Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to the DEL program. I hope you're all doing well today. First and foremost, I welcome everybody sincerely, and it's a great pleasure to have you all here in this meeting. And the second thing that I would like to let you all know about is I want to apologize for my voice because I'm currently under the weather with a bit of a cold. So I hope you guys would bear up with that. Thank you for your understanding. And we didn't want to keep you waiting any longer, as we are excited to welcome you all here today with our professional teachers. We are ready to guide you through the A1, A2, B1, and B2 levels of English. Before getting started, this is Banafsha Hakimi, and I'll be your host for this session. We have a wonderful lineup of our professional teachers as well here, who will guide us through the different levels of English. Each of our instructors brings a wealth of experience and expertise, and I'm confident that you will find their insights invaluable. So we'll have our instructors coming up on stage to talk about themselves and their teaching methodologies just in a while. I know you're all waiting impatiently to get to know your teachers, right? But before we get to that part of our today's meeting, let's get to know about your classes, about the program overall, about the timings, and every other important issue related to the class. And please feel free to engage and participate at the end of the session. We'll make sure to leave some time at the end for everyone to share their thoughts and ask questions. Don't worry about that. But throughout the sessions, I encourage you guys to be patient, to listen carefully, because this is your introductory session for a DEL program. And after that, your classes will start and you will not have any other introductory session. So be here with us, and let's get to know about the program, about your classes, and about all the important issues related to your class. Let's go for getting started, and I'm sure you're all ready. For those of you who have raised their hands, like if there is any question, if I couldn't, if I didn't talk about that throughout our session, and if you still have that question in your head, then you can sure come up at the end of the session and raise your hand. You will get the chance to ask that question. But throughout the session, please be patient, and let's get started with getting to know about the class and about the important issues related to it. So we are talking about Afghanistan Open University. You're all here in the team, so welcome to the team, and hopefully we'll have a great learning journey together. And I'm sure you guys know about Afghanistan Open University. I think I don't need to talk about that right now because we have had lots of meetings and seminars getting you guys introduced to the organization, the way it works, the classes, the management team, and all the necessary things related to the organization and university. So let's get to the main part of our today's session, which is our DEL program, which stands for Diploma in English Language. So here in this program, you're going to unlock your potential, mastering English from A1 to C1. Isn't that great? Getting from a basic level to an advanced level of English and mastering the language. That's something truly amazing. I'm sure that is why we have all these participants joining our today's program and session to get to know about the program and to get to know how does that work, right? Now, your path to English fluency here in Diploma in English Language, DEL, it's a comprehensive program. It is designed to take you from beginner, means A1 level, to advanced C1 English proficiency. And in this program is structured over 2 years. Now, in these 2 years, you have 3 semesters. Each semester focusing on a level, like A1 to A2, B1 to B2, and your last and final stage, which is C1. So each semester focuses on 2 levels, all right? Means first semester A1 and A2, second semester B1 and B2, and your third semester it will be your C1 and C2 levels. Hopefully everything's clear so far, and we are ready to move on. In these in these classes, like in the classes that you're going to join in this program, you are going to get your skills enhanced with your professional teachers, your instructors who are ready to guide you through all these sections. You guys will be working on these 4 sections of the language: your speaking, your writing, your reading, and your listening. So as we dive into the DEL program, I want to take a moment to highlight how our approach will specifically improve your speaking, writing, reading, and listening skills. Talking about your speaking skills, the skill which is really important, right? All students out there are like, I want to speak fluently, I want to be a good speaker, I want to speak English very well, and we need that. A good speech is really needed. It helps you communicate better. It helps you solve your problem. It helps you like go for getting your work done. If you're studying somewhere in an English-spoken country, even if you're not studying there, English is used widely. You know, it is one of the most important skills. Now, we'll focus on interactive activities in these classes, like discussions, presentations. These methods encourage you to practice speaking in real-life contexts, helping you build confidence and fluency. So you know that these are the important factors for having a good speech. Our teachers will provide constructive feedback to help you refine your pronunciation and vocabulary usage. So your instructors would talk more about their teaching methodologies. I'm just giving you an overview of how each skill works and what things are you going to practice. The second skill that you're going to work on, your writing skill, it is also a critical component of language learning. You know that. So you go for writing. Essays. If you're taking an international test, you go for writing lots of things. You go for writing research papers. You need English. Now here in our classes, you will engage in various writing exercises, from crafting simple sentences to composing essays. So we'll emphasize clarity, structure, and creativity. These all would be provided to you guys with guidance on grammar and your writing styles and all. So these parts would be covered in your writing skills. Peer reviews will also be incorporated, allowing you to learn from one another. Your instructors would also be ready there to give you feedback on your writing, on all the tasks that you submit. The third skill that you're going to work on, your reading skill, in these classes, well, normally it's to enhance your reading abilities. So we'll explore a range of texts, articles, stories, dialogues. Our approach will involve comprehension in all those exercises in order to promote critical thinking. So we'll also introduce strategies for effective reading, such as skimming, scanning, and all those important strategies your instructors would introduce to you throughout your classes. And these will help you become a more efficient reader. Talking about your fourth skill, listening skill. Listening is often the most challenging skill as well. Like sometimes students find it super challenging. They're like, I can't get what the English speaking person is talking about. Like they're talking too fast. I didn't get that, or it's like I don't understand. So we'll use a variety of audio materials, including podcasts, dialogues, videos, audios, and all those activities in order to improve your listening skill. It will also include note-taking, summarizing exercises to improve your ability to understand spoken English in different accents and in different contexts. Throughout the program, we'll use a communicative approach that emphasizes real-world language use. So it's an interactive environment where you guys are going to interact. You will practice. You will have sessions with the instructors and all the important things, like whatever you need to improve your language skills. This means you won't just learn the theory, you will apply what you have learned in practical situations. It's not like there would be a book like, okay, go for reading this book, page 1 to page 10. No, you're going to have an interactive environment where Your instructors would guide you through presentations, activities, pet work, group works, and all. By participating and by practicing actively in class and taking advantage of all these methods, you will definitely see significant improvement in your overall language proficiency. And remember that you need to be active. So don't hesitate to engage fully and make the most of this opportunity provided to you guys. All right, this is what I recommend. Now, let's go ahead and let's talk about our program in more details. You will learn from experienced and certified English teachers dedicated to your success. Each level has 2 dedicated teachers, so each instructor would guide you through 2 sections. And we have 4 sections, so 2 sections. So you for each teacher, then you would have 2 instructors helping you throughout your class. And we foster a collaborative learning environment where you can practice and improve. Now, talking about the studying platform, you may know that. For those of you who do not know, you will have online sessions, 4 sessions per week, each skill like a separate session during the week. You would have your sessions via Google Meet, and you will have groups in Telegram, your channels in groups where you would get notified about all the notifications related to the class. You will receive your material, the presentations, the books, and all the teaching material that is required for the class. Your instructors would share them with you via channel for each class, for each level. So you guys would join those classes using a link, and you would be there. Your instructors would be there. Any question, any confusion, anything you would like to talk about, feel free to reach out there to your instructors, to the assistants who are ready there to walk you through the way. In order to make things easy for you, in order to solve all the barriers that you may face, so you have your instructors and assistants who check your assignments, who make sure that you submit your assignment, and they prepare the lists, they prepare the meetings, you ask your questions, and they're ready to answer it, to help you. So it's like a team working together. And hopefully you guys would also contribute and make the most of this opportunity provided. Now, talking about the global resources here, DEL empowers you with access to free online resources and materials from international platforms. As I mentioned before, you are going to have 4 sessions per week, and there would be, you'd get a schedule. I'll just get to the schedule in a while, and I'll let you know about that. You would also receive it in your groups. We would talk about it here as well. So 4 sessions per week, and 1 session is dedicated to your self-studying platform. You would use international platforms like Course Area or any other platform where you would get all these materials and resources to improve your language even more. You have to share your progress with your instructors and assistants in channels and in the groups to let them know like you are practicing and you are studying. And you would also receive certificates from those international platforms and from your class as well. You can access a wealth of interactive exercises, videos, and practice activities on those international platforms. This supports your learning journey 24/7, complementing your classroom experience. Hopefully everything's clear so far, and everything is obvious. I'm trying to explain each and every point in detail, to make things clear so that you guys get all your questions answered right here. Now, you guys must be thinking, like, what are the requirements to join DEL program, this 2-year English language program? The requirements, it's online platform, online classes. So you need to have a good connection, good internet. And you shouldn't miss sessions. By a good network or internet, we mean like you need to participate in your online sessions, because once you miss the session, you will be marked absent. And there are some rules for each class, like if your attendance is not good, you wouldn't be qualified. You wouldn't be considered qualified to move to the next level. So you need to be active, be present throughout the sessions, engage actively, submit your assignments, and follow your instructors and their instructions. Talking about your monthly fee, most of you must be thinking like the classes in Afghanistan Open University are for free. Like, they don't charge anything. Why is this fee required? So let me just clarify this point, guys. If we're talking about the fee, it's just 100 Afghanis for females and 150 Afghanis for male per month. Considering the efforts, considering all the work done here for these classes and for you guys, 100 Afghanis and 150 Afghanis or 200, this is not a fee, right? You can't count it as a fee. But this is just for you guys to stay committed. Before starting this program, we've had our English classes. But what happens is lots of students join, but the thing is like they do not stay committed till the end. So this amount of fee is specified, and you guys are asked to pay for it. That's just to make you guys stay committed to the class. And other than that, this 100, 150, or 200 Afghanis per month is not considered fee. This is just like their a minimal admission fee to make English learning accessible, and mostly for you guys to stay committed. Hopefully this point is also clear. Now, are you guys ready to get to know your instructors and to hear from them? You must be like, I know you're all super excited, and let's not make you guys wait anymore, and let's get to know your instructors. Let's listen to them, and let's see what do they have to offer, and we will get to know about them. They would talk about themselves briefly and about their teaching methodologies that they have for each part and for each section that they are going to help you with. So talking about our diploma in English level A1 level for basic learners who are getting started with learning the language. As you can see, let me just zoom this part for you. Yeah, here we go. So here is the schedule that I was talking about. You can see we have our timetable here. You have your sessions, the timing for each class, and the timings are mostly in the evening, like 8 to 9 p.m. This is for you guys to be present. During the day, most of you are busy with your, I don't know, schools, universities, your jobs, whatever. But this 8 to 9 p.m., it's for you guys not to miss the sessions and to be active and to be present. So talking about A1 level specifically, here we have our schedule. On Saturdays, you're going to have your speaking session. On Sunday, you will have your self-paced courses, the international platforms that I told you about. Mondays, listening. Tuesday, reading skill. Wednesday, writing. And Thursdays are off for you guys to get refreshed, to have a break, and to get ready for the next week. Now, let's get to know about your instructors for A1 level, and let's hear from them. About your speaking and listening section, Mr. Muhammad Shuaib Sanai would help you with your speaking and listening sections, our certified and qualified instructor. Let me just see if Mr. Shuaib Sanai is present, and we would ask him to come up on stage and to talk about himself a little bit and about the method he's going to apply for the teaching. Mr. Sanai, are you there?
Yes, hi there.
Great. Welcome, Mr. Sanai, and the mic is yours.
Thank you. Thank you all. Uh, First of all, I would like to have a very good evening to you all. I hope all you are all doing well. I'm Muhammad Shaib Sanai and currently studying at Kabul University. Well, I study urban design and planning field at engineering faculty. Well, in this semester, I will help you in listening and speaking skills. And before I talk about what we are going to do, let's have a brief flashback about my experience and my what I did in the past. I've got the experience of teaching English language for more than 2 years at Jesuit Refugee Services. Throughout this semester, I will assist you in these two skills, which I mentioned earlier. The method that we will use, or actually I will be use, is communicative language teaching approach. And in this method, we will focus on interaction and engagement of students to communicate in real life situation through some role plays, discussions, and group work. Second, it will be a task-based learning by designing tasks that require students to utilize English in meaningful contexts such as problem-solving activities and project-based assignments. Hence, as we will work together on listening and speaking skills, the mentioned methodology is going to be sufficient and fruitful to enhance these two skills. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sanai. Methodology, and as I see, like an amazing and well-structured plan for the class, surely that would work out, and students would make the most of the learning progress right here, and everything would go smoothly and really amazing. Thanks a lot for coming up on stage and for having a brief introduction about yourself and about the teaching methodologies. It was nice to have you on
You're
the
welcome.
stage. Thank you once again. Let's go ahead and let's talk about our writing and reading section. For the writing and reading section, we are going to ask Miss Marwa Muhammad Zaid to come up on stage, one of our professional and one of our expert instructors right here in this field, to come up on stage, to have the mic, and to let us hear from her. Yes, Miss Muhammad Zaid, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well and had a wonderful day. First of all, I would like to appreciate the all respected professor for giving me the opportunity to speak and give some information about me and skills that we will study in this semester. Um, I I graduated from a school in 2020 and successfully passed the concours exam and earning admission to the chemistry department at Kabul University. But unfortunately, due the change in our country, I couldn't continue my studies. Then I started teaching chemistry, math, and English as a private teacher. And teaching was a rewarding experience, but when schools closed, I had to stop my teaching. Later, I started some new things. For example, I started a dental prosthodontic and one of an institute in Kabul, and now I'm in my fourth semester. As for English, I have started several courses over the years. Unfortunately, due to the closure of courses, I was unable to complete many of them. But this year, I finally achieved the advanced certificate of English at the Cordon Academy, and it was a big achievement for me. And this was some information about me. Now I'd like to talk on the skills that we are going to learn together this semester, and those skills are writing and reading. First of all, we need to understand the importance of these skills in English language. Writing and reading in English are very important skills because English is considered an international language and is used worldwide. These skills help people to communicate effectively, succeed in education, and develop their careers. Reading in English allows you to access information from books, from websites, from, for example, research papers and news. Uh, also, also, it helps you to improve your vocabulary and learn new ideas. About writing, it's also important skill for expressing your thought and ideas clearly. And also, due the studying writing, we mentioned in some important parts about grammar. Uh, Finally, I thanks for you to listen my speech. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Muhammad Zai. It was nice to have you on the stage and great to know about you, about your learning journey, about your plans for the class. Outstanding plans, as I can see, and as all students right here notice. So we're going to have an amazing time and an amazing learning journey right here in our A1 level with our professional instructors. We're all set up to help you with your English journey. It was nice to know you, dear instructors, and hopefully everything's clear about our A1 class right here, about your schedule, about your instructors. You would surely get to know your instructors and their teaching methodologies during the class even more, right? So about the timetable and all, don't worry about that. You will definitely get them in your groups as well. I'll make sure our assistants share the schedule, the timetable, and everything with you in your groups, so that you guys can join the class on time and to work accordingly. Is everything clear, guys? Ready to move on to our next level? Great. As I can see, our students are super excited and ready to get to know about the next level. In our next level, we are going to talk about our A2 level. And again, for this level, you guys have a schedule, a specified schedule. And for talking about the schedule, let me just clarify that first before we talk about our respected instructors. So again, you have 4 sessions per week, your online sessions via Google Meet, and your groups in Telegram, where you would receive all the teaching material and you would be able to share and submit your assignments. Here, the time, 8 to 9 p.m. again for you guys to access the class and to be present, not to miss any sessions. Now, in this class, let's see who are you going to work with and who are our instructors who would help you with your studies and help you walk through the journey. Ready to know about your instructors, guys? I'm sure you guys are all really excited. Let's ask our another professional and expert instructor in English teaching field, Miss Huria Malikzada. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
That's nice. Thank you so much. So let's welcome Miss Malikzada to come up on stage. Miss Malikzada will help you through your listening and speaking section for A2 level, and let's hear from her. The mic is yours, Miss Malikzada.
Yeah, thank you, Miss. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I hope you're fine and feeling well. I am Huria Malikzada. Tonight, I'm here to talk about my education background and the teaching methodology that I'm going to use in my classes. So first of all, to tell you about myself, I'm not graduated. Actually, I'm a student in graphic design in Kabul University. We were in 6th semester when the universities were closed. So right now I'm studying online in one of the universities in California, University of People. I'm studying health science there. And also, I'm studying another university. It's also online, and I'm studying English there. And I tell you about my English background. I studied English language 5 years ago in Kabul Center Institute. And then I started teaching there, and I worked there almost for 4 years. Right now, I am about to start teaching at Mali Muslim Institute in near future. So the methodology that I am going to use for you guys, actually my skills are speaking and listening. These skills, I think they're really helpful and they're really important in English language, especially speaking. Whenever you want to go somewhere and whenever you want to apply for any jobs or anything, the first thing that they are going to observe and use your speaking skill. If you have good speaking skill, then it's over. You can take the job. I've got many methodologies for teaching speaking and also listening, and like IRC system, the system that we have taught in Promotional Institute. In speaking, we can have picture description, we can have topics, and many more other ways that you see in your classes. And also, we have another methodology that I have learned recently from Muslim Institute, which is Lodo system. And I think this system is it can be applied and it can be implemented in your online classes as well. And there are some general rules and methodologies that can be applied in your online classes to improve your listening and your speaking skills. If you have got any if you have got any question, you can ask me. So that's all from my and have a good night.
Thank you so much, Miss Malikzada. It was amazing to have you on the stage. Great experience, awesome strategies, and a very thorough plan for helping our learners with their English journey. I personally enjoyed listening, and I'm confident you guys are going to have a great experience with Miss Malikzada in her classes as well. So thank you so much. Let's go ahead and let's talk about your writing and reading skills. Let's see who is going to help you with your writing and your reading skills for your A2 level. And for your writing and reading skills, Mr. Adil Pakdeen, one of our professional and expert instructors in this field, will walk you through the journey. And let's welcome Mr. Adil Pakdeen. And Mr. Adil, are you there?
Yup, I'm here.
Amazing.
Thank you so
welcome,
much.
Mr. Adil Pakdeen.
Just
Mike
wanna
is
make
yours. Let's hear from you.
Again, thanks again, once again. Thank you so much for handing me the opportunity. Good evening, everyone. I just deeply welcome you all, dear excellencies, teachers, fellows, and at the end, my dear lovely students. Well, so far as I'm excited, I really must admit that I'm really excited about being selected as a contributor and as a member of this occasion and this organization. I observe these precious minutes as an opportunity from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be interviewed for better understanding and having a good clarification. My full name is Adil Pakdeen, so I can be easily called as Mr. Pakdeen if needed. Thanks so much, guys. I'm going directly toward my qualification high school, still located in Kabul City, which is one of the most prominent high schools. Then I just slightly moved forward. I passed the exam, which is a formal, official exam called like Conquer, as Ms. Muhammad Zaid, one of the instructors, mentioned. So we've just started this journey of university. So it's fair if I claim I'm someone who has recently done his bachelor degree . as an academic of English language and instructor English language and literature, mainly. So having this for 5 years, I'm not going much deeper. I've worked with many countless organizations which are offering English services. The most prominent of such organizations are, like one of them is Kabul University. Now, in Kabul University, while I was studying, simultaneously was teaching there. I was assigned as an assistant English language instructor. We worked there for nearly around 2 years. I dealt with many faculties in Kabul University, such as agriculture, mathematics, biology, chemistry, and so many others. So we've spent a very good time. I really spent my seniority and juniority there in Kabul University, and then we just slightly moved. We've graduated, and we just put an end to the university. Such other organizations like the prominent or well-known organizations like MELI, which stands for Muslim English Language Institute. I was officially assigned as an English language instructor and teacher there for nearly 1 year. Recently, where I worked, that was King Academy. Now, King Academy is located in Ghazni province. As I mentioned, I worked with countless organizations inside Kabul city and outside the Kabul city in most remote cities or remote areas. That's because of the love that I shared for my patriots and the citizens of this country. Besides these, there are so many other organizations. I'm not going much deeper to introduce all of them, which will take these precious minutes. So far, this is an introductory session, and there are so many other things which will be, inshallah, cleared and classified once we are having the official classes. Like other organizations, like Kabul Center, we were there in 2021. My Vision English Language Institute, so for TOEFL coach, which is still located in Kabul city. Exactly, I don't remember. There are so many, but overall, now all these 5 or 6 years experiences and this teaching methodology that we've spent time with has given me the chance to be called a senior English language instructor and teacher. Next to these, besides these qualifications and also my work experiences, I've been always doing my best to use the most effective and highly productive modern methodologies in my classes, so that I'm happy and I'm sure that my students, they are productive. Like other methodologies and procedures which are really old, such as the grammar translation method, the silent way, the CLA or Digitopedia. Now they were all good methodologies, but still they have their deficiencies, and there are points or their weaknesses are considered as thing that should be solved during the time, and that took the time as well. So the thing that we are doing in a class is a mixture of methodologies. And what do I mean by that? First, I'm going to observe all my students, their pedagogical, their educationalist, and also their period, which can be called this is maturity, cognitive maturity. We're mainly deal with their psychological factors, which are really essentials. So I'm gonna go through my classes. I observe all my students, check out all their learning styles, which means how do they learn effectively and how can they be productive? They're expected. So I'm getting together all those learning styles and then using a mixture of such learning styles, which is really effective. And all those years I've spent in this field of teaching or guiding of English language services, I'm really glad. I was really helpful. As I've observed, as I've surveyed my classes, now more than 85% of my students, they were really happy. Now, what about this 15%? Now, so nobody's perfect. Whatever we're doing, whatever procedures or methodologies we're producing on to be effective, still they have deficiencies. So now, in case that you're using such methodologies, they're really helpful for my students. So, for example, if I go with life examples, I have very good memories for most of my students. I still remember their names. Recently, one of my students, he was really such a talented student, and he was a polite student. He was talented, and he was able to learn everything, and it means in a very expected, highly way. But there was one deficiency, one thing, and that was about his motivation. He was able to learn in class. He was able to just reduce or to feedback what he has learned already in the class. But the thing was, he was a lack of motivation. So as I went and talked with his parents, mainly father, and what is the problem with this guy? I mean, he's kind of not sure about what he learned. He was yesterday. So a lack of motivation, this is the most important thing. And there are so many other factors as well that will mainly deal with such factors, and they're really effective in the learning process, mainly in language learning and language acquisition. At the end, I'm just not going so much deeper. Just I will help and assist and direct my students at any specific stages or parts or sections which I can help them. But mainly, so far, this is an online platform. I would love to help my students in their speaking or their reading sections. And these other two sections, which is writing, and reading, we are using the most effective and modern methodologies,
Thank you so much, Mr. Paktin. That was amazing to hear from you. Awesome expertise, great experience. Everything seems really great. So we are definitely going to have a great time in the class with Mr. Paktin throughout the semester, throughout the class. And I'm sure you guys have got to learn a lot from Mr. Paktin. So thanks a lot once again for coming up on stage. It was nice hearing from you. Let's go ahead and let's talk about our next level. Are you guys ready? Ready to move on? Awesome. Now, our next level is our B1 level. So in our B1 level, we are going to talk about our schedule first. Again, the schedule, as mentioned for our previous levels, you'll have 4 online sessions throughout the week on 8 to 9 p.m. or 9 to 10 p.m. As you can see, like timings vary. It's 7 to 8, 8 to 9, or 9 to 10. So timings are mentioned right here. You will not lose the track. Just try to keep up. And they are mostly in the evening. Almost all your classes, all the sessions are in the evening, because this is the time that you can reach out. So on Saturdays, you're going to have your reading. Sundays, you would practice your self-paced courses. Monday, your writing session. Thursday, speaking. Wednesday, listening. And Thursday, again, you will have a day off to refresh and to be ready for the next week. Now, ready to get to know your instructors for B1 level. I know you're all super excited to get to know your instructors for this level. Now, here in our B1 level, for your listening and speaking section, Mr. Shafiqullah Mu'min would help you and he would guide you through your listening and speaking sections. To know more about Mr. Mu'min, he's one of our expert and one of our professional instructors. He's been teaching English for quite a long time, and he has got the expertise in these sections, in all sections, specifically in these sections, to help you and to solve your problems in these parts. Now, unfortunately, Mr. Mu'min is not here, not present. He's offline. But you guys would get to know more about your instructor during your first session. So make sure your instructor conducts an introductory session, or before you get started with your class, you will get to know your instructor, and then you would move on to your lessons. let's go ahead and let's talk about the other two sections here. Let's talk about our writing and reading section for B1 level. For this part, Miss Silsila Patan would help you enhance your skills, your writing skills, and your reading skills. One of our professional and expert instructors in this field. Let's go ahead and let's hand the mic to Miss Patan and let's hear from her. Miss Patan, if you're here, the stage is yours. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Ms. Benafsha. In the name of Almighty Allah, who gives us life and to whom we return back. Assalamu alaikum to all of you guys. I hope all of you are fine, feeling well, and you guys have started a great night. First of all, I want to just tell you, Ms. Benafsha, that I'm very glad to have you in tonight's meeting. I'm very happy. I don't know how to express my feeling because you were our teacher, and I really respect you, all the teachers that I know, and the teachers that they have taught us in every part of English skills. And again, I'm very happy to have you in this meeting. Thanks a lot for your hard working that you have done everything for all the students in Afghanistan. And as you know, guys, I'm Cecilia Patan Safai from Kabul, Afghanistan, and I'm one of your instructors in B1 class, and I hope that you guys will enjoy this journey clearly with us. So I want to tell you about my background by the permission of all teachers and their students. As you know that Cecilia Patan is also one of the teachers of Open University of Afghanistan, and I have taught, I think, the A1 and A2 class 3 months ago, and I have started teaching over there. But now I want to tell you more and more about my background, that I have born in Afghanistan, in Kabul city, and I'm a Pashtun girl. And as you know that in Afghanistan, we have different kinds of problems regarding to education and learning, but I have completely done it as I had this ability to just continue the journey of my education. So I have started my school in BBIC Siddiqa High School in Arzan Qimat, and I have just graduated from school in 2019. After that, I have started teaching English in some of the private schools of Kabul. And after that, I have started learning English in at one of the most popular and beautiful, I could say, I love this place, Melli Muslim Institute, and I have graduated 1 year ago from that institute. After that, I just continue teaching at Muslim as well. So it was the journey of my learning, as well as I want to tell you about the Q skill system that I have learned, all the books of Q skill system, etc. organization. And after that, I have started teaching over there. So it was the journey of my learning just in English. And now, fortunately, I could say that I have started learning business management at University of People. And fortunately, I have studied before, and I am very glad to just continue my education journey. And I hope that you guys will pray for me for all the young generation of Afghanistan in the way of getting education. So, as you know that I am one of your instructors in B1 class, and I want to just teach you writing and reading sections. So these two sections are the most important sections of English language. As you know that writing section is the most difficult part. Even we have speaking section, we have grammar part and another parts. But the most difficult part of English skill is just writing. Why? Because whenever we just want to pay attention for the writing section, there are a lot of rules for learning them. So I try my best, inshallah. I'll just teach you clearly, and I hope that you will enjoy these two sections with me. So now I want to tell you about the method of our teaching. We will have just 2 sections per week. I mean that 2 nights we will just study the writing section and the reading section. So you guys should prepare yourself before starting these two sections. You should study, not just pay attention for the 2 hours that you study English with me or with your other teachers, because you won't just learn English by just giving time into hours that you learn English. Okay, these mistakes are available in Afghanistan all the time. I know that students just think that we'll learn English in 2 hours. No, guys, it's not possible. English is not our native language. I know I'm a teacher, but I have a lot of problems. All of the teachers have problems in these skills or parts. Maybe I don't know all the words of English language, but I try my best every day to just find or search about the words. So I'll tell you some steps as well when we start the sections of our learning journey. And I hope that you'll enjoy this journey, not just with me, with the other teachers as well. So I hope that you guys enjoyed my background, from my speaking and thoughts. And I hope that you guys will improve me. I will improve you guys, because we are together. We should work together and improve our beautiful Afghanistan. So thanks for your attention. I hope that it was not a lot of thoughts or talking. Even I know that some of the people don't just like to hear a lot of talking or speech, but I want to just make it brief. And I hope that you guys will improve with me and with Open University of Afghanistan. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks a lot, Ms. Pathan. It was nice to have you on the stage. Awesome to know about you, your educational background, your expertise, and thank you so much for your kind words. I'm sure the students are going to have a great time with you, because you stand out as a motivation and inspiration in the class for all of them. And you guys are going to have an awesome time in the class and a great learning journey. So looking forward to your cooperation in the class, guys, and I'm sure everything would be outstanding. Ready to go ahead and to get to know about our next level, guys? I'm sure you are. And I am definitely confident, like you guys are enjoying the session as much as I am, because hearing from our professional instructors about them, about their teaching methodologies, about how the class would work, everything is quite exciting for me. So, and I'm sure it's the same for you guys. So let's go ahead and let's talk about our next level. And for those of you who have raised their hands, any questions, guys? If you have any questions, try to note your questions down in order not to forget them. If it's about any class, about your instructors, about their teaching methodologies, about timings, because we will have a Q&A session at the end of the session. So let's go ahead and let's talk about our next level, our B2 level. And this level, again, first, I'm going to talk about your schedule. Here, you will have 4 online sessions, 1 session where you would have your self-studying, and the other day is like Thursdays are off. So Saturday, you're reading, and time is 9 to 10 p.m. Sunday is your self-paced courses practicing time. Monday for your writing skill, Tuesday for your speaking, Wednesday for your listening, and Thursdays are off. So ready to know your instructors, guys? Let's go ahead and let's get to know our instructors for this level, for B2 level, and let's hear from them and about their plans for the class. As for your listening and writing section, one of our great instructors, Mr. Bilal Bahrami, he will help you with your listening and writing skills. Let's invite Mr. Bilal Bahrami on stage. Let's hand the mic to Mr. Bilal and let's hear from him. Mr. Bahrami, if you're there, go ahead, please, and welcome.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Good night, everyone. Hope you're doing well, especially my dear respected teacher. I've got a lot of opportunities from her, like this, telling something like welcome and all of these opportunities. Thank you so much. I hope you feel better soon, dear teacher, and may Allah bless you. So thank you, everybody. My full name is Bilal Bahrami. I'm excited to share my methodologies for B2 level writing and listening methodologies for the next 3 months. First of all, I want to talk about my background. As you can see here, I've been teaching English and teaching since grade 7, but my life changes on grade 8, so I like to talk about that a little bit more. I've gone to معرفی schools for 1 year, and grade 8 it was. I've written my first book in grade 8 and my first poems, and as well I've got an exam, a junior TOEFL exam. It was in grade 9th. I've got 298 scores from 300, and after that my journey continued and up to grade 12th, and it was in 2023. I've graduated from the school as the first first positioner, and I've awarded as the best student of the year from the educational officer of Kabul University. I mean the Marif, we have something there. And after that, as other teachers told us about their examinations, there's an examination, as you know, anchor examinations. I got 300, and after that 322 scores in my favorite faculty, which is international relations and political science in Kabul University. And as well, at the moment I'm teaching English subject in our class 2 in Kabul University. I'm assisting our teachers because I don't know what's the problem with the English faculty. They can't and they couldn't send any teacher for us, so I'm continuing with our classmates there. So it's an enjoyable moment, and they are as well. We're continuing that. As well after that, I've got admission from Cambridge University as well. I have the emails from them, which they were as well congratulating me on all of these achievements. And at the moment, I've got admission from Columbia University, one of the best 2 universities in the world, which is in New York City. Inshallah, I'll be there in September 2025 for continuing my educational journey in my own field. So let's move on. My methodologies of teaching for B2 level. First of all, I want to talk about the methodology for writing. In our writing sessions, I employ interactive workshops where students engage in peer review and collaborative writing exercises. As well, I want to tell you that this not only helps them learn from one another, but also fosters a sense of community. I'll introduce structured frameworks for different types of writing, for example, essays, reports, and narratives too. This will help students to understand the components of effective writing. For instance, when tackling an essay, I guide them, as we can say, I guide you through the process of brainstorming, outlining, drafting, and revising. Well, to make writing more relevant, I incorporate real-world contexts, and also students might write blog posts or letters to the editor, or maybe opinion piece on current events. I don't know. So this approach not only enhances your writing skills, but also encourages you to engage with the world around you. So it was a very brief info about my methodology of writing. The next, it's about the methodology for listening. For listening sessions, I utilize a wide variety of audio materials, including podcasts, interviews, and speeches. Well, this diversity exposes students to different accents, as well pronunciations, speeds of speech, and contexts. Well, I implement, inshallah, active listening exercises where you can summarize what you hear and identify the main ideas and discuss nuances in tone and intention. This practice, or we can say this practice as well, sharpens your listening skills and help you become more attuned to subtle differences in language use. An essential aspect of my methodology is the integration of writing and listening skills. For instance, after listening to a podcast episode, students, or I can say you may write a reflective piece of response on an article. And as well, group discussions following a listening exercise will allow you to articulate your thoughts clearly before committing you to go through on the paper. Well, this integration ensures that you will see the connection between these two skills and understand the importance and effective communication. At the end and in conclusion, my BT writing and listening classes are designed to be dynamic, engaging, and also relevant. By focusing on interactive learning, real-world applications, and the integration of the skills, I aim to create an environment where students feel confident in their abilities, which I've done this before as well. Well, inshallah, over the next 3 months, I look forward to witnessing your growth as you will enhance your writing prowess and as well listening acumen. Thank you for your attention. I'm eager to embark on this journey with all of you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bahrami. Appreciate your nice words. Good to know about your educational background and your expertise in this field. It's awesome. And I'm sure your students are all super excited to get started with you. For all you guys, like participants here, all your instructors are amazing. And you will have amazing time with them in their class and an amazing learning journey. So that's going to be a great experience and a great time with their professional and with their kind instructors who are all ready to help you with your learning journey. Let's go ahead and let's talk about our speaking and reading section for this class for B2 level. For your speaking and reading section, Mr. Mudassir Halim, our other professional expert instructor in the field, will help you and will walk you through the way. And in this class, let's see if Mr. Halim is present, and we would hand the mic to Mr. Halim and hear from him. Mr. Halim, are you there? Due to some problems. All right, I got that. Yeah, wait, do we have Mr. Halim?
No, teacher. It was me. Only I wanted to tell you that maybe he
Go
has some
ahead, please.
problems right away and he couldn't join with us.
Well, guys, so unfortunately, Mr. Halim couldn't join the session, but you guys will get to know Mr. Halim during your first session. So you'll have an introductory session. You will get to know your instructor, his teaching methodologies, but he's going to help you with your speaking and your reading sections. And nice to hear from our instructors. Thank you so much, dear instructors, and thank you everybody for being here. And I'm sure you guys are super excited to get started with the class as soon as possible, right? It was nice hearing from all our instructors. So this was about your different levels of English, level A1, A2, B1, and B2 that you'd go for. And before getting started with these levels, I'm sure you guys know your English level, but if you don't, you can simply before getting enrolled into any of these classes, you can have an English test to know about your class. That is your English proficiency level. So you can enroll in the EL program and embark on an embarking journey of English language mastery. This was all about our today's introductory session. I appreciate your presence. Go ahead and let's have the last section of our today's session, which is dedicated to you guys as a Q&A session where you would ask any questions that you have, and I'll try my best to answer those questions. Or if you have any questions from any of your instructors, you can definitely ask your question. But if you don't get an answer for those questions right here, based on any reason, be sure your questions would be answered in the group, because you guys will join the group. Your instructors are there, so you will have an interactive classroom environment where you would communicate, you would learn, and you would get all your problems solved. So appreciate your presence once again, guys. Let's go ahead and let's see if there's anybody who's got any questions. Talking about the raised hands, Mr. Zahir Ihsas. Yes, please, Mr. Zahir. Mr. Zahir, are you there? Okay, I guess Mr. Zahir had raised his hand just to say hello. So hello back, Mr. Zahir. Let's go ahead and let's ask our other participant, Mr. Abdul Baqi Nassar. Yes, please. Mr. Abdul Baqi, you can unmute your mic and you can speak up. Okay, I guess Mr. Abdul Baqi has connection problems or something. I'm not sure, but we don't have your voice, Mr. Abdul Baqi. In order to save the time, let's give the chance to our next participant, Ishaq Akbari. Yes, please, Mr. Ishaq.
Thank you, and thank you for your beneficial presentation videos presented. This is very beneficial for us. I got all your information about that in English courses. When will our B2 class started? Can you tell me about that, please?
Sure, Mr. Akbari. So about your classes, all your classes are going to commence on 25th November. I guess it's 21st today. So yeah, 25th November is the time when you would get all your classes getting started. It's like you will get enrolled into the class that suits your level, your English proficiency. So don't miss the track. Like if there's any introductory session, if there's any session that would get you introduced to the self-paced courses, of course you would have a session where your assistants would help you get your problem solved with the international platforms as well. So join the group, be there, and all the important news, like every notification would be shared out there with you guys, so that you can follow and you can work accordingly. Hopefully I answered your question, Mr. Akbari.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate your oral answer. Thank you about that. Can I ask one question about
Sure, go ahead, please.
When time the all classes will be started at the same time, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Yeah, mostly your classes are 8 to 9 p.m. It's just about some sessions that your instructors cannot reach at that timing, so it's 7 to 8 or 9 to 10 p.m. But mostly they are all in the evening. And about these classes, they're all getting started at the same time, so you'll have your B1, your B2, A1, A2 level. All these classes getting started at 25th November, and our students would get enrolled into the levels that they need to work on. Is that clear?
Yes, it's fair. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Let's go ahead and let's ask Miss Safa. If there is any question, Miss Safa, go ahead, please.
Hi guys. Hi ma'am.
Hello, Miss Safa. Welcome. Yes, please.
Thank you so much. Ma'am, I have one question about the students. How many students we have in one class?
Okay, great. Now, talking about the number of students, like previously we had many students in the class, like above 100. They would join, but the thing is, it's all about the committed students who stay till the end. All right. So by the end of the class, you have 30 to 35 or maybe 40 committed students. About the number of students can go about 50 or about 60, but it's all about those who stay with the class and those who are motivated and those who are determined to stay and to keep up with the class till the end. So it's not like there's a specified number, but be sure your instructors would answer each and every one of you. You would get feedback on your work. It's not like if you have lots of students in the class, you may think like, okay, there are many students and it will not be effective. No, it's like your work will be evaluated, and each and every student will get their opportunities to participate, to submit their work, and to get to have feedbacks from their instructors. Hopefully, I answered your question, Safa.
Thank you so much, Miss. I have one question, and how about fees? It's free or not?
Okay, so I guess you joined us a little late. I talked about the fee. It's not something you can't afford. It's just 100 Afghanis per month. And that fee is for you guys to stay committed to the class. We can't call it a fee, but still, it's just for you guys to stay committed.
Okay, thank you.
You're most welcome, Safa. Let's go ahead and let's ask our next participant, Mr. Ahmed Munir Rahidi. Yes, please. Mr. Ahmed Munir Rahidi, are you there? Okay. Let's give the chance to our next participant, Mr. Muhammad Nasser Irfanyar. Yes, Miss Marwa. You have raised your hand. Do you want to add something?
Hello, everyone. Yes, I just wanted to let you know that Mr. Mr. Halim Mudassir has just joined. He is the teacher for the B2 level. If you give him the chance to speak.
Oh, that's great. So thank you so much for letting us know, Miss Marwa Rabbani. Good news for you guys, for all of you. Like we thought Mr. Halim was not joining us, and we went on with the session, but it's actually a great thing. Let's go ahead and let's welcome Mr. Halim, and let's hand the mic to Mr. Halim, and let's hear from him. Welcome, Mr. Halim. The stage is yours. Yes, please.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Hope you are doing great and sound. This is Mudassir Halim, the Master of English Language. I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Great. If you could talk about your background a little bit, or about your teaching methodologies, about your plans for the class, how would everything go, and what are your plans for B2 class? What resources are you going to use with students, and what strategies are you going to implement in the class with your learners to make the learning environment cooperative and interactive?
Thank you so much. Okay, it's all right. So since I graduated at university, bachelor degree in the field of English language and literature from Afghanistan, and now I'm taking and doing my MA master degree at the field of English language and literature at Tehran University. Just as you know better that we have just another session for this specific level already, and we have just completed one session. So we are about to holding another one, and so the strategy we are just taking and the method I'm taking for the class is students best learning. So in this method, in this principle, the students will take participation, will take part to the discussion and to the class more. In this way, they will be able to understand the lesson. They will be able to get the concept quite quickly and much more in a fascinating way. So this approach worked a lot actually throughout my career, because I have the experience of teaching English for almost 7 years, 1 year at university, at Tahar University. Since this method has worked a lot, so I'm going to take students better learning. Well, this is the approach, this is the strategy we are going to take into account in this session. And I'm quite sure everyone will get the most from the class and will take their English skills to the very best level. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Mudassir Halim. It was nice to have you and to hear from you. Thank you so much for sharing your experience and for letting us know about your plans for the class. So everybody, as you heard from your instructor, I'm sure you're going to have an amazing time with your instructor working on your speaking and reading skills in your B2 level class. Thanks once again, and let's get back to our Q&A session. And let's give a chance to our participants who raised their hand and who want to ask any question. Let's just go ahead with that. So I guess we give the chance to Mr. Abdul Baqi Nassar, yeah, and Mr. Ishaq Akbari as well. Those of you who ask their questions, please lower your hands, put them down in order to make things easier for me so that I can see our new participants. And we're running out of time, guys. So let's make it brief. Let's give the chance to Rajab Khaliqi. Yes, Mr. Rajab Khaliqi. Mr. Rajab Khaliqi, you can unmute and you can speak up. Well, as I see, mostly participants are just raising their hands to say hello. Well, hello back, Mr. Rajab Khaliqi. I guess there's a problem. I don't know. Might be a technical problem. Let's go ahead in order to save the time, and let's give the chance to Ms. Palwasha Hayat. And let's see what is the question Ms. Palwasha wants to ask. Yes, Ms. Palwasha, if you're there, you can unmute and you can ask your question. Go ahead, please.
Assalamu alaikum, guys. Hello, everyone. I'm Palwasha Hayat and want to
Wa
ask.
alaikum assalam and welcome.
Thank you. I have two questions actually. One is my question is, do we have actual? I'm sorry, I forgot. Okay, how can we pay the fee? I'm new in this journey, so I want to ask that. How can I pay? How can I pay the fee? Like, I don't know. If somebody is to help me for that.
Okay, great. A good question. And what is your second question?
Do we have a schedule in groups to remember that? So to have it, because I forgot what we.
Both questions are great questions, and I'm sure like many students who joined us late might have this question. Now, talking about how are you going to pay like this 100 Ghani per month, your assistants would help you with this process. They will help you get to know everything about the payment system and the process, like how can you do that, and you don't need to worry about that. Once you join the group, your assistants would help you with their international platforms, with these payment systems and everything. Don't worry about that. And talking about the schedule, yeah, sure. Everything is going to be shared with you guys in the groups so that you do not have any problems. But still, if you had any questions, you can freely ask your question in the group as well. And our admins would reach out and answer your questions. Hopefully I answered your questions, Ms. Palwasha. Let's go ahead and you're welcome. Let's go ahead and let's give the chance to Miss Nuria Sarwari. Yes, Miss Nuria, if you're there, you can unmute and ask your question. And we will have one last participant after Miss Nuria. After that, we are going to end our introductory session. For those participants who want to ask questions, feel free to ask your questions in your WhatsApp group where you already are and you have joined that group, or in your Telegram group when you join. So let's give the chance to Miss Sarwari. Yes, please.
I cannot English.
You can't speak English?
Yeah.
Okay, ask your question in Persian and I'll try to see what the question is. But if you don't feel comfortable right here, make sure like you can text one of our admins in the group. Text them personally and ask a question. You can text Miss Marwa Rabani. I'm sure she's there in the group with you guys. you can ask your question for those of you who have problems speaking in English or communicating. So you might be interested in getting started with your learning journey, but if you have problems speaking in English, then you can go ahead for the basic levels. For those who are joining the basic level, they can ask our admins. You can share your questions right there in the group, and our admins would answer all the questions that you have. All right, and let's ask Mr. Syed Ilyas Sajadi, and after that we'll end the session. And let's see what is Mr. Syed Ilyas Sajadi's question. Yes, please.
Thanks a lot, dear Ms. Benafsha. My question was, I'm a field monitor, and we are in the field and not access properly to network or to internet. And this reason, maybe we couldn't connect and follow all of our course times or class times. How we can receive the previous lessons and what manner is required to follow for the previous lessons which we was absent. Thanks.
All right, a great question, Mr. Sajadi. I'm sure your fellows have the same question right here. So coming to Mr. Sajadi's question, for those of you who may face some problems, like connection problems or anything, and you may miss the session, now what is the alternative? How can you get back to the track and how can you continue? The thing is, like, you may get some of your sessions recorded, and you may get the recording by the end of the class from your instructors. But if you don't get the session recorded, you definitely get the presentation in the channel. All you can do is like going through the presentation, going through the material that your instructors share, then you can ask your questions in the group, practice, and submit your assignment. That is how you can work on your sessions that you missed actually, but try your best not to miss any sessions. Hopefully I answered your question, Mr. Sajadi. Now I'm going to end the session, but before ending the session, I can see two raised hands, like two of our students, they had raised their hands, and I don't want these questions to go unanswered. Let's ask Mr. Ahmad Munir Wahidi if he has any questions. Yes, Mr. Ahmad Munir.
Yes, assalamu alaikum to everyone. Thank you for providing this great opportunity to we Afghan people. My question was that is there any class, any C1 class?
A great question. And do you have any other questions?
Also, yeah, and also I have a suggestion that if you keep that, that if you start a public speaking class, I don't know, it's just a suggestion.
Wait, like you asked me to start a public speaking session class, like for you guys? That was your
Yeah, that was a concern. I have some public speaking problems, so maybe that class can solve it. It was just a suggestion.
Okay, great, Mr. Ahmad Munir Wahidi. That was nice. Coming to your first question. Now, talking about our C1 class, we do have our C1 classes, but that would be in our 9th term. So when you get your next semester's introductory session, your C1 class will be introduced in that session. So it will come later. Now, for now, you have your A1, A2, B1, and B2 levels. So we do have C1, but it will be like, I don't know, in a month or two maybe, but in next term. So don't worry about the class. And about your suggestion, I sure would share this with the management and with the administration. And let's see if they are going to have such a class. And if they do, then you would definitely get notified in your channels, in Telegram channels that you already have joined. You will get the message, and sure, you can enroll in the class and you can solve your problems with public speaking thing, as you mentioned. Thank you, Mr. Munir. Let's go ahead and like you guys are raising your hands, but okay, let me give the chance to Mr. Rahmanullah Rahmani. And after Mr. Rahmanullah Rahmani, Mr. Qudratullah Masroor, I'm sure our participants here are just waiting for the session to end so that they can go and have their dinner. But let's give the chance to these two participants, and after that we'll end. Yes, Mr. Rahmanullah Rahmani. You can unmute Mr. Rahmani and ask your question. Okay, I guess Mr. Rahmanullah has got connection problems or something because he's not speaking up. Let's give the chance to Mr. Qudratullah Masroor. Mr. Qudratullah Masroor. Yes, please. If you're there, you can speak up. Are you there, Mr. Masroor?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Go ahead, please.
One question.
I don't have your voice, Mr. Masroor, so if there is any question, and if you do you have my voice, Mr. Masroor?
Or
All right, like please type your question in the chat box and I will try my best. Yeah, now I do. Go ahead, please. I do. Go ahead, please.
okay, inshallah.
Yeah, I can.
Can you hear me?
Now it's fine. You can ask your question.
Okay. My question was about diploma. That how we can get after finishing this class the diploma hard copy.
Okay, great. So now here you are going to work on your skills. Like if you meet the requirements, your certificates would be provided. You will get the PDF format of those certificates and from the international platforms as well. But all the details about your certificates, about the diploma that you're receiving, your concerns regarding that would be solved and answered in your groups. Once you join your groups, once you see like you meet all the requirements, just mention your questions out there, and your admins and your assistants would tell you, and they would guide you for how can you get that, and what are the requirements that you need to meet in order to get the certificate or the diploma, and how to get the hard copy as well. Hopefully I answered your question, Mr. Masroor. Like I see like another raised hand right here. Let's give the chance to our last participant. This is the third time I'm saying last participant, but again I see a new raised hand. So yeah, our last participant, Mr. Sardar Wali Hamdard. Yes, please. If you could just please let Mr. Sardar Wali Hamdard to speak, and after that we will end our session. Okay, so I guess Mr. Hamdard left, and all right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I hope it was useful. Hopefully you got your answers for the questions that you had, and hopefully everything's clear about the classes, about the timings, your instructors, and everything related to the DEL program. But still, if there is any confusion or any other question that you would like to ask, you can mention those questions in the group, in your WhatsApp groups, and make sure you follow the instructions and make sure you follow up with the classes. Looking forward to seeing you all joining the classes and making the most of this learning journey together. That's all for our today's session. Thank you so much for joining. I wish you all a very good time. Good night, everyone. Thanks a lot.